Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Countdown Movie Show. I am Sean Blodgett of Creative Motion Entertainment. Justin!
I am Justin T. Bowler of The World.
And I'm Paul Preston of The Movie Guys.
Oh, yeah, and we are here to talk about Tron Ares, the third in the Tron movies. I'm excited to talk about this. I know these two guys just loved the last movie. So So I'm just kidding. No, but it was super fun to go see it. I think we should start with that experience because that experience was, honestly, guys, that was just so much fun. So I'd never seen anything at the El Capitan. That was my first time ever going. And for that to be my first experience, it was amazing. Although I will say, it was very sad to see that nobody else was in the... I mean, how many people were there with us?
There's probably 10 people in that whole theater, and it's a big old beautiful theater.
Oh, man. I mean, so much spectacle. Paul, you posted the light show on our socials. And so if you haven't seen that, you got to go check out the light show that we got to experience because it is really cool. Actually, I should post mine too because I shot one too. And it's beautiful. It's lovely. And they have that like organ player person like before the show and all of that stuff.
With in the lobby.
Oh my God. Oh, I totally forgot about that. Yeah. I mean, we've got the light cycle out there. I think, didn't they have the disc too? They had the disc as well, right?
The discs, they had a helmet or two. Yeah.
Yeah,
let me explain the El Capitan for a second.
Oh, yeah, please do, because I think a lot of our audience, all over the world who's listening.
Right. If you're not in Hollywood, of course, everyone knows Grauman's Chinese Theater. I believe they do. It's one of those icons that if you see it and you show it in your movie, everyone knows where the movie takes place.
That's right.
You show the long road full of palm trees, you know your movie's in L.A. or Beverly Hills. You show Grauman's, you get it. Across the street is the El Capitan Theater, which started out as a place where people did plays. Clark Gable did plays there, for example. But
wait,
after a
is
while,
that true? Seriously?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. Okay, go on. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, they weren't making quite the money movies were back in the day, so they switched over to films, and by the 80s, Disney bought it, so it's a Disney theater. They show nothing but Disney stuff, and which is kind of cool because they show not only new stuff like Tron Ares, and they showed Thunderbolts there, and they do the Disney movies, Lilo and Stitch, but they'll show whatever they feel like showing. Like they showed Hocus Pocus at Halloween time. They're going to show Nightmare Before Christmas, which they do every year, and it's great. And Sean talked about the bonus things. There is a big Wurlitzer that's been there forever that a guy plays before every movie, and it's old school, yeah, because they'll play just Disney classics. But whatever movie they're showing there, yeah,
the guy is like 150 years old.
Yeah.
One of these things where it rises up like the stage parts. He rises up out of the stage with the giant organ with the legs kicking and all of this and flipping switches. So many. I don't even know what all those switches do.
Well, how many of those organs are even in existence anymore?
Two.
Yeah, and they have one of them. We're talking to our organ expert, Justin, of The World. But whatever movie they bring in there, they bring all this bonus stuff. So it's always worth seeing and paying a little extra to get the bonus stuff. I remember before even Jimmy Kimmel's show was next door at the Masonic Temple, because Disney owns that too, so that's where they put Kimmel. They made that whole area when Atlantis the Lost Empire showed, that old Disney animated film. They made that whole area an aquarium. And for like Toy Story 3, they out back where Jimmy Kimmel now does his concerts, they made that whole area like a giant, and I think even across the street into the football field of the high school, they made like a giant like carnival with toy games and Toy Story stuff. So they always do it up big. So for this, yeah, to your point, they long story long, they did bring in a huge laser light show, all set to the Rockin' 9 Inch Nails tunes that and score that occupy this movie, and are perhaps the best part of it.
But remember, it started with the original Tron soundtrack, and then it moved into Tron Legacy, and then it ended.
You're right.
Yeah, so we really got the whole experience, and even the laser lights kind of like changed as they got through each sort of thing, right? Like by the time it got to Tron Ares, everything's red and all that kind of stuff. So there was definitely a journey that happened, which was really cool.
When I was in high school, the Pink Floyd experience or something like that came through town, and they put on a laser show. So they basically put up a screen, shot a laser, and drew stuff on the screen. Like that's the extent of a laser show back in the day. And that's how it started out when they played the old Tron music, because that's what you were doing in 1982. Yeah, and then by the time they got to 9 Inch Nails, the big time laser show was pretty lights out.
Everywhere, all at once.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
On the sides of the walls and laser shot everywhere and smoke, everything. So always a bonus, especially when your movie is meh. Boy, that stuff helps.
But also, too, let's not forget, we also got to enjoy this movie in 3D. So that was really cool. And when we talked about Tron Legacy, I didn't know that that was originally released in 3D, so I didn't get to see that one in 3D. So I was super psyched to see this one in 3D. If you get a chance, if you're in LA and you want to see an amazing experience with a movie, go to the El Capitan, because that is awesome. You were going to say something else, Paul. Sorry.
I'm sure Zootopia 2 will play there, and who knows what stops they'll bring out.
I really want to see Nightmare Before Christmas, because they said that's supposed to be like a 4D experience. So like they're going to pump in like, I don't know, stuff while like the cemetery and all that. I don't know.
Yeah, they'll have like snow and
Smells and who
snow
knows.
and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Snow is a big thing which they like to do. And if you go to see an animated feature there, they'll have a big show ahead of time. They'll have Mickey and Minnie and Donald and Goofy and all of them come out. They'll have live singers and live dancers. There is literally a show before the show. I asked both of you, they had said the raising of the curtain presentation. Like he literally said that. Wasn't it like 5 curtains? It was like up and then apart.
Oh, yeah, that's
and
right.
then
I totally
apart,
forgot
and then
about that.
finally
Yeah.
The real curtain went up. It was, I don't know.
That's how I grew up too, in the old Oneonta Theater, which was an old vaudeville theater in my hometown. That was the same deal. They'd open the curtains, they'd show the trailers, they'd close the curtains with music, and I remember specifically it was all that old I don't know if you remember that music, and then they'd close the curtains, and then they'd open them back up again for the feature. So there was always like a break between where they'd shut and they don't have curtains anymore. So since this place does, they're making the most of it and doing that. They doubled it up, tripled it up. So many curtains.
It was astounding. And then like at the very end when they have it right in like Tron Ares into like, it looks like it's lasering into the like wall. It's like, I was like, this is incredible. I could have ended it right there. I was so happy. I loved it. It was so much fun. Okay. So let's start as we often start with a synopsis. Now, what I want to jump in with here is I got a little help from AI on this one. Now, I did some research, and one of the things that was interesting about my research on this movie in particular, because I think it's so new, or maybe just because they're hiding stuff because it's not doing well financially,
To say the least.
I could not find a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, so I decided to employ some new information that I've gotten from my friend AI. So I asked AI to summarize the plot of Tron Ares. I have about a page of things I'm going to read. So buckle up, get your cupcakes going, have a little sip of coffee, and here we go. The story takes place 15 years after Tron Legacy, as rival tech corporations Encom and Dillinger Systems compete to bring digital constructs into the physical world. Now we have bullet points. The problem of permanence. The problem of permanence. Both companies can materialize programs in the real world using advanced 3D printing technology, but the constructs can only exist for 29 minutes before they dematerialize and return to the grid. The ultimate goal is to find a permanence code that will allow digital beings and objects to exist in the real world indefinitely.
I do remember all that, but I was going to say it starts with like, okay, we know that this problem exists, and then Dillinger, grandson, who is now Evan Peters, is playing the part, Quicksilver from X-Men, instead of who we last saw as the grandson, which was Cillian Murphy. He wants the permanence code because he wants to create digital armies in reality to go and take over the world or sell to the highest bidder. Why does he want to achieve this? Not just for money, but also for world power, apparently. He's a bit of a megalomaniac.
I also think he wants to, show his mommy that he's a big man on campus.
Well, it's already been done, right? Like Cora came through at the end of the last movie. So did she die 29 minutes later?
Did Dillinger know that Cora made it out?
I mean, I don't think Dillinger knew anything.
It was Tron, right?
I'm a little confused by the fact that this says that there were competing companies, right? There's Encom, which is Flynn, And then there's Dillinger Systems. I guess that's part of the montage-y section where they try to explain away the fact that all of our leads are gone and now we're following completely different people and we have no idea why. Yeah. That's all very confusing. Okay. Ares Mission. Julian Dillinger, Evan Peters, which, by the way, he's very good. I like him in this role.
And he's very unlike Quicksilver. I haven't really watched. I don't know of him of anything else other than his Quicksilver, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Well, he was great in Elvis and Nixon with Michael Shannon and Kevin Spacey. He plays one of the aides for Nixon. Very funny. Him and Colin Hanks. But he's big on TV now. He's been in a ton of TV stuff. And he just played Dahmer, I think.
There you go. Well, my wife went to school with Colin Hanks, so there's the connection. All right. Ares Mission. All right. Julian Dillinger, Evan Peters. The grandson of the original film's antagonist, Ed Dillinger, sends his most sophisticated security program, Ares, Jared Leto, into the real world on a mission to retrieve this coveted code. So basically, his real mission is to get this permanence code
that allows the programs that have been digitally manifested into the real world to last longer than 29 minutes. Is that what it is?
29 minutes. Yeah, that's correct. Shifting loyalties. Ares, a powerful program, begins to experience feelings and fears, becoming fascinated by human existence and questioning his purpose. He eventually learns that NCOM's CEO, Eve Kim, Greta Lee, who was also great, by the way, has located the permanence code on a server belonging to Kevin Flynn, Jeff Bridges. Now, this is a moment in the movie where we start to follow someone, and I really feel like this actor and this storyline was gypped because we really didn't get a chance to fall in love with this character, to care about this character, to understand them enough to go, yes, I want to go on the journey with this person, I'm in. They tried to connect it all with the Kevin Flynn storyline from Legacy that wasn't even really clear in Tron Legacy. It was more clear in like the short film they did, I don't know, 2 years later for the Blu-ray.
One day later or the day after.
Yeah, so it was that all was very confusing, and they started talking about all that. I mean, right out of the gate, they start talking about the permanence code, and I'm like, what is?
Yeah, should I know this? What's going on? Is there something I should have known about? Yeah.
For me, the permanence code is slang for a MacGuffin. Like, it's just literally, here's our MacGuffin, and as Paul likes to say, we're off to the races. Yeah.
Wait, so who's the character you wanted to follow? The Greta Lee character?
I mean, they try to like make us care about her. Like something happened. I don't even remember what the whole storyline was, right? Like, didn't she like lose somebody, or somebody died?
She lost her sister. Her sister
died. That's right. Her sister died. They're trying to ground it in some kind of truth, in some kind of something that we care about. Right. And it's just too fast. I don't get a chance to know this person, and I'm supposed to feel for them. I don't know who they are yet.
Yeah, they start all these over from the beginning again, roughly. I mean, when you wait 28 years between movies and then 15, it's like, well, we got to get all new characters in here for you to care about. It's a rough kickstart.
Do you think that is at the heart of the problem with really all three of these movies?
I don't know. Because Aliens didn't bring back anybody except Ripley, and had a killer movie, so it doesn't need to have everybody.
Already, to compare and contrast. Let's look at the original Tron versus this. The original Tron was a cool idea, right? And it was something new and fresh back then. Okay? And on top of that, we had one of the world's most charming actors out there just being as lovable and likable as possible in this new world where he is one of us. He's the audience going, I don't know what the F is going on, but I'm trying to make sense of all this, and isn't this weird? And we are loving him the entire time, even if we don't know what's going on. Then our second movie came along, and we can't relate to that hero at all because he just, and I hate to harp on Gareth this much, but he's just so unlikable. There's nothing likable about him at all in that movie. Like, seriously. So it's like, I have no journey to go on with you. And now the question is, who am I relating to in this movie? Am I relating to Eve or am I relating to Ares? And once again, I don't really have anyone to relate to. So, okay, I'm just sitting and I'm watching, what's going on. Now, once again, you've got some cool stuff. Bringing Tron into the real world. Great idea. And visuals look great. Of course, visuals look great in the second one. But it's like, why? Why am I watching this? and I'm coming off far harder right now.
Well, because you paid for the ticket.
That's a good take.
I mean, true. We're going to find, because we'll go back and we'll listen to our immediate thoughts after seeing this movie. I remember walking out of that theater and appreciating it a lot. And
you did. I remember sitting in your car and you did. Yeah.
Now, once again, my bar was very, I was expecting a terrible film because, one, I don't like Jared Leto, and two, they have yet to get Tron right. And I thought they're probably not going to do it this time. And I was so surprised, and I thought it was so wonderful. And then we saw this, and I was like, this is great. This is wonderful. This is fantastic. And I gave it like a C+ or a B-. And the further I've gotten from it and the more I've thought about it, I just went, no, I don't know. Maybe it's because I saw it at El Cap. But I was like, it wasn't as bad as the second one, but it's not a good movie.
Wow.
I got two things to say about that. First, my favorite film of the year is The Life of Chuck with Tom Hiddleston, the Mike Flanagan movie. That film is excellent, and it's so profound and emotional and crazy. It's like beyond everything else I've seen this year. And every time I think about it, it gets better. I've only seen it once, but I like it more now than I ever have in reflecting on it.
Yeah.
So that's what a movie's supposed to do. It's the opposite of what you experienced.
That is 100% the opposite of what I experienced. Yeah. I enthusiastically agree.
I can relate to that. I just saw Blue Moon. Now, Justin, first of all, you didn't see it, did you?
No.
Yeah, I'm sad you didn't see it because I know how much you love Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
First of all. And second of all, I'm pretty sure when we went and saw the Sondheim show, we went and saw Here We Are, or
Here We Come, something like that.
There It Goes, Here We Are, something like that.
Let's do
it. Remember the lead guy in that show? He's like the tall, he's a famous actor, and I can't remember his name.
Bobby Cannavale. Here We Are is the name of the show, yeah.
Here We Are, thank you. And I love the show, by the way. It's a great show.
Yeah.
I think it's very poignant. But Justin had this spiritual experience because Ethan Hawke was in the audience. I had this spiritual experience because the show to me was like so deep and like moving. And Justin's like, did you know Ethan Hawke is in the audience? And he was so excited about it. The only reason I bring any of this up is because, so of course, Blue Moon, Ethan Hawke is in that, and so is the actor from Here We Are.
I'm sitting old friends, Bobby Cannavale and Ethan Hawke.
I'm sitting there going, I will bet you money that night they were talking about this movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this is a full circle moment. But the only reason I bring any of this up is to Paul's point. I went and watched Blue Moon. As I'm sitting there watching it, first of all, it definitely feels like a play, right? It's like monologue after monologue. He's doing a great job, but it's a play. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, I don't know how much I like this movie. I don't think I like this movie. And then I'm like a little over halfway through and I'm like, yeah, I think, okay, maybe I like this movie. And then I get to the end and I'm like, yeah, that was actually really kind of beautiful. It was nice to see something that unfolded in that way and that was about character and story and single locations, and I mean, it was, and to Paul's point, by the time I'm driving home, I'm going, maybe I should see it again. So
that's not too surprising because that's a Richard Linklater film, one of my favorite directors, and it's two that he's put out this year. He is absolutely unpredictable, right? Like he made Boyhood, and he made Dazed and Confused, and he made that one where the Waking Life, where he animated the whole thing. So he's always doing something different. And so in his two movies, there's Blue Moon, about the life of Lorenz Hart, right? The Broadway lyricist.
Yep.
And then he made a black and white movie in French about the making of Breathless by Jean-Luc Godard. Like, what are they doing? That the other movie had to be a lot of monologues. We don't have a lot of time to we're gonna crank this out with a lot of single, not too many setups. So yeah, that's not surprising to hear. Actually, I can't wait to see it.
Like I said, as I'm leaving, I'm like, God, I think I want to see this again. There's something just beautiful about this experience, which of course is very different than Tron Ares.
Well, the other thing I wanted to bring up to you, Justin, was that were you disappointed in Tron Ares when we come across Jeff Bridges' character that he still wasn't catching up with his son?
Yes, I was.
Okay. No, you wanted more of that.
He's like, it's been all this time. No questions about, hey, how's my son doing? Nothing about, we had a dinner. It seemed nice. I think I'm ready to talk to him about things now. It's been several years. Do you know him? None of that.
So they should have still been talking from a previous chat at the end of the last movie.
Okay, now we've got betrayal and alliance.
Wait, hold on. I want to go back real quick because there was something kind of cool when the movie's taking place. So when they're first learning about the permanence code, right? So we find out nothing lasts longer than 29 minutes. Well, Eve makes something that lasts longer than 25 minutes. Do you remember what it was?
A tree or something like that, right?
It's an orange tree.
Yeah.
Okay, in Tron, what was the very first thing which they digitized?
Oh, it was an orange.
Back? It was an orange.
Oh my gosh,
cool.
I love that.
Nice
this is
little
fun facts about Tron Ares.
And I wasn't even, that isn't even one of my fun facts. Wait till we get to the fun facts. Oh my God, they're so great.
He's like, I just have one. It's a fun fact. It's just the one.
Fun fact about you.
Okay, that was actually awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Betrayal and alliance. Julian orders Ares to obtain the code, even if it means killing Eve. Disgusted by Julian's disregard for life, Ares turns on his creator and helps Eve escape. The two form an unlikely alliance to keep the code from falling into the wrong hands. That's where I go, huh?
Yeah.
There's a part there where you're like,
Yeah.
The final confrontation. After a sequence of events, Ares is sent to Flynn's grid, where he encounters an aspect of Kevin Flynn who, intrigued by Ares' desire to be real, grants him the permanence code. Ares materializes back in the real world, now a permanent mortal being. He duels and defeats Athena, Jodie Turner-Smith, another Dillinger program, in a climactic battle on city streets. Okay, so I want to say all the stuff they shot on the city streets and all of that battle stuff looks amazing. It is.
Yeah.
When we talk about the visuals being stunning for this movie, they did a great job on the visuals. Everything looks photoreal.
Yeah.
It looks absolutely beautiful. One thing that I came across in my research, and I hope this doesn't kill one of your fun facts, because I find it ironic, the special effects team went out of their way to not use AI in the making of this film.
Oh, interesting. So they chose to do practical as much as they could.
Now, that doesn't mean CG. That just means they chose not to use AI.
Okay,
so,
gotcha. I can appreciate that.
I would argue, I bet that somewhere along their post-production pipeline, AI was probably used without them knowing it.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
But I think they mean that in terms of intentionally utilizing some sort of AI asset creation development software.
It sounds like when Rise of the Planet of the Apes didn't use any actual monkeys. If we use monkeys in a movie about how monkeys
right
escape man's wrath, let's not use AI in a movie where AI could destroy man.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, resolution and aftermath. Eve's team at Encom successfully breaches and shuts down the Dillinger mainframe. Julian Dillinger escapes arrest by digitizing himself into his now destroyed grid, where he finds an identity disk belonging to his grandfather's program, Sark, hinting at his own transformation. Ares, now human, parts ways with Eve to explore the world and search for Sam Flynn and Cora, who have been living off the grid since the events of Legacy. Was that clear to you?
Let's see that.
I mean, yeah, from that final scene, but then it raises the question of like, why is Sam off the grid? The whole point was going back to prove his father's innocence, that his father created everything. He just didn't happen to have a printer which says, oh, it was actually created by his dad.
I got the printout, guys!
I got the printout, guys!
I can prove I made the
game! But it was like, why is Sam living off the grid? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
The thing that
the further I get away from this thing, the more it is.
the
Tulsa
thing I
King,
also
that's why.
I also sort of reel against with current Hollywood is there's this feeling that we can't have romantic endings anymore. That we have to have this sort of even playing field, and at the end of the day, there's no romantic anything between Ares and Eve.
Oh, gotcha.
And I feel like if this movie was made in the 1980s, they would have fallen in love, and
True. Yeah.
but now we can't have that anymore.
If it were made in the 70s, Ares would have killed her.
Wait. Yeah, there's nothing sexy or likable about Ares. But what, and then even the heroism is really romantic.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a fair argument, but I see it more and more in these kinds of action films. I mean, it was one of the things I disliked about the Star Wars sequel trilogy was this sort of dancing around between Rey and Finn and Kylo Ren, and it's like finally she kisses Kylo Ren. Well, I'm fine with that, but like, can we not have romance? Let's just have romance. It's okay to have romance in movies. It really is okay for people to be attracted to each other. I'm okay with that. I'm just saying. And the stuff with Sam Flynn and Cora, like the fact that they just walk away from that storyline, I just think that was such a mistake for a movie that essentially was in development for 10 years? I mean,
you're sad that they walked away from Gareth?
Yeah.
Garrett.
Don't give
him the Schneider treatment.
Oh, I'm totally giving him the Schneider treatment.
And in terms of
Gareth Schmedland?
In terms of development, they had a very long time to figure this out. And their answer was to essentially just write them out in a montage at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah. And then work them back in a mid-credit scene.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand.
The way you described the finale of the movie made me want that to be the movie I see. Like maybe he's got 29 minutes to find Cora, and it keeps regenerating him into 29 minutes.
Oh, so it's like into the world. A live, die, repeat type thing. Yeah.
That's
a good movie, Paul.
I would watch that. Then they're doing all this other crap. I don't know,
And once again, replace your lead actor with Chris Pine.
By the way, you want a romantic ending? Superman.
Agreed.
Yeah.
They're lovely together in that movie. Yeah, I agree. Well played.
They were allowed to be romantic.
Yeah, and that was nice.
Yeah.
I appreciated that, because I do feel like it doesn't lessen anybody's importance if they fall in love. It doesn't mean that the man has been emasculated or the woman's been set aside and now she's just the damsel in distress. Like, she can still be a badass. I don't care. She can be the one that kicks everybody's ass. That's fine. It's okay if they fall in love. I'm okay with that. Is it?
The budget for this thing was 180 to 220. They had actual numbers have not been released. Plus, there was over 100 million in advertising. To date, it's made 139 million.
Yep.
If you Google Tron Ares right now, one of the top headlines that pops up is this: Jared Leto has a massive ego and won't take accountability for Tron Ares bombing at the box office.
Oh, man.
And he's your Skeletor, so get used to him.
And that's exactly it. He's already not talking about it. Instead, he's talking about Skeletor. By the way, I think he's there's so many things wrong with this guy that I do not like. But Jared, if you'd like to come on the podcast, we'd love to have you. But he is 54. And I'll be honest, he looks effing great for 54.
He's 54?
54!
Wow.
Paul, do you have some kind of clip you can play here?
It's not that old.
Wow.
It's not that old. I'm just saying he looks great.
Look, I didn't think he was 54. I thought he was in maybe his 40s.
I'm like early 40s?
Yeah.
54. Whether he has or not, he's going to Kevin Bacon's guy. Looks great.
I asked AI to itemize and break down the budget.
Oh, really?
Based on pre-production, production, post-production, and publicity and marketing.
Winging it or actual facts?
It said that it was not publicly available, but based on numbers that it could get to, this is what it essentially said was the net production cost was $220 million. And that figure covers the actual filming, visual effects, cast, crew salaries.
Wow. Marketing
budget was $102.5 million.
Yeah.
That ain't, I mean, $102.5 million on marketing.
Yeah. Just to get people to be aware of the movie.
I mean, there's no words for that.
Hey, I would like to say this because I looked this up. They walked away with a record that I've never heard of before. I've never heard of this record, and they can put this on that Blu-ray box, baby. Did you know that they are the 6th highest 3-day Columbus Day opening of all time?
I mean, that's
right.
That's something
right?
to try to say.
Did you know there are only 125 movies on that list? Because the list only goes down to, you had to make $1 million or more. And even though this list goes all the way back to like 1979, that's the earliest movie I can see on it. You had to make more than $1 million. There's only 125 movies there. So, I mean, you know, it's a bit of rarefied air they're breathing.
So they got that going for them.
Considering the hundreds of thousands of movies that are made.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Would you like to take a guess at any... you could try and take a guess. No, well, Paul will get these. You want to take some guesses of the top 10 biggest 3-day Columbus Day openings of all time?
Paul?
Columbus
Goonies.
Day weekend?
I mean, it's got to be Columbus Day. It's
Goonies.
a bunch of movies that you'd be like... I mean, there's a few in there where you go, that's a really good movie. Why did that open up on Columbus Day? Stripes. No. Goonies. No.
You get it? Can I get a year?
Number 10, 2011. Okay? October 7th, 2011. It made $27 million in its opening weekend. 3-day.
Wait, say that one. What was the day again?
It's the Columbus Day weekend, so it's the 3-day
No,
weekend.
what was the date? I'm sorry.
Oh,
the
October 7th, 2011. I'm pretty sure this
October movies just don't come to the forefront.
Yeah.
When you're trying to remember films.
Reboot of Scream.
I'll give you a hint. It stars Hugh Jackman.
Wolverine.
No.
X-Men.
Any of those would have made more than 27.
Any of those would have made a lot more, yeah.
So I'm going to guess Australia.
No.
It might have come out before 2011.
Greatest Showman?
No, that made more money. Real Steel.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that I'm
Real
sorry
Steel.
about. Yeah.
All right.
I enjoyed that movie.
Number 9. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Number 9 is a comedy. October 6th, 2000. Made $28 million on the 3-day opening weekend of over Columbus Day. It's a comedy.
I got closer when you gave me the star. Can you give me the star?
If I give you the star, I think you'll get it. Ben Stiller.
Zoolander.
No.
2000?
2000.
Zoolander came out after that. So that's Meet the Parents?
It is Meet the Parents.
Damn it. I had it. It was right here in my head, and I couldn't get it out.
This is October 11th, 2019. It is a family movie.
Starring?
Charlize Theron is one of the voices. Charlize Theron.
The Croods. That's not it.
No.
I don't know this one.
Oscar Isaac is our other lead with Charlize. This isn't a bad movie. I just recently watched this. The Addams Family.
Oh, good Lord. I
The
forgot
animated
Animated.
Addams
It was
Family.
animated. All right. How about this? Number 6. This is actually a decent movie. October 6th, 2017. Sci-fi film made $32 million in its opening weekend. It is a sequel. I gave you too much information.
Chronicles of Riddick.
No. It's a far better movie than that. I'll be disappointed if Paul doesn't get this. I've given you enough to get it. It's a sequel.
What's the year?
It's a sci-fi movie, and it's 2017.
It's a sequel. It's a sci-fi movie, and it's 2017.
Yes.
And you like it.
I do like it. I like it a lot. It's a great sequel. And
Star Trek
original.
Into Darkness.
no, the original is a phenomenal film. The original is changed movies.
Oh, Blade Runner 2049.
Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, that is good, yeah.
Number 6 is Tron Ares. Number 5 is a couples. Oh, doggone it.
Couples Retreat.
Couples retreat. You know when you're searching for a word and you just look at a word, you say the word? Yeah. Okay. Number 4, Couples Retreat, by the way, made $34 million. Number 4, number 4 is a Star Wars movie called Oh Dope. No, number 4 is a remake. It's a drama.
What year?
2018. This has been, I think it's been redone 3 times, 4 times.
Little Women?
No,
It's been redone?
it's been redone like 3 times.
Pride and Prejudice?
The Great Gatsby.
No, there's a lot of music in it. That's a good one. I'm going to ask AI. How many times has...
Let's just let AI do the whole show. It
I
can
mean,
provide all of the voices.
4?
It's
It's
on
been
its
done
way.
4 times. Okay, I'll give you the years it's been redone.
Oh, A Star is Born.
Yeah. Wow, you got it off of 4 times. Good job.
Yeah.
1937, 1954, 1976, and 2018.
Holy schnitzel. I'm not going to lie, that is a great movie, though.
October 5th, 2012, another sequel, 49,514.
Now, what number is this?
This is number 4.
So, wait, so
number
Tron
3,
Ares
number
made
3.
less than these?
Tron Ares made less than these.
Wow.
Tron Ares was not. Hey, it's only number 6, Paul. Give it a break. 6th of all time. Columbus Day 3-day weekend.
You're right. Yeah, I forgot they're hanging their hat on this.
Right.
It's
Come
on the DVD cover.
It's on your DVD. It's on your 1996 DVD cover.
Okay, 4K disc.
October 5th, 2012. This is a sequel. If I give you the lead, you'll instantly get it. It's an action film. The first film in this series. No one was expecting it to be great, and I'll be honest, you're just having such a great effing time, you don't care. You don't care that it's absurd. It's most famous for a telephone call.
Oh, Taken 2.
Oh,
Taken
Scream.
2. Nope, Taken 2. But Scream is a good one. October 8th,
Taken 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Taken 2, Electric Boogaloo. October 8th, 2021. 55 million.
Ooh.
Yes.
So we've returned from COVID. And
Yes.
this was a...
This is, God, what can I give you that won't just completely give it away? It's a franchise film?
Is it a Marvel movie?
No, it is not. Okay, tell you what. I am going to name people in the cast, and we'll see how long if I give you lesser names.
That's a game I play often. It's fun.
Okay, we will
JT
start
Walsh. And then you're like, what? And then you find out eventually it's Sling Blade or something, and you go the slow way to get there.
Ana de Armas.
Oh, the James Bond movie.
Wow, you got that really fast.
No Time to Die.
Yeah, it's No Time to Die. I would have thought, I'm like, well, I didn't get to Remy. I didn't get to Christoph Waltz. I didn't get to Jeffrey Wright. I certainly didn't get to Daniel
Is the
Craig.
correct answer the James Bond movie?
Yes, Paul.
is
Yes,
totally-
it is.
He's totally butthurt on this. Okay, and finally, the number 1 movie. And holy crap, once again, you're having so much fun, you don't care that this movie is crap. It's basically due to its star. October 5th, 2018. 80 million over the 3-day Columbus Day weekend. 80 million. It's a superhero film. 2018. It's a superhero film.
Ant-Man?
No. Maybe anti-hero film?
Deadpool 2?
No. This movie studio was hoping it was going to be great, and they had a hit with it, but they've had a lot of them. They were really hoping it was going to be great. They're not. They just don't do them
Is
very
it the
well.
one with the guys in the car and they dress up?
Are you talking about Kick-Ass? What are you talking about? The guys
Yeah,
in the
that's
car
exactly
where
what
they
I'm
dress-
talking about. Yeah.
Okay, no, it's not Kick-Ass or Kick-Ass 2.
2019?
2018.
Sorry, 2018.
October 5th, 2018. All right, let's see how many of the cast. I don't even know this actor. Scott Hayes is 6th billing.
What?
We're going to go. He's 6th billing?
6th billing.
Okay, this guy with an extra.
Diesel Madkins was the lab security guy.
Is this John Wick chapter or John Wick
Hey,
Antebellum, Portobello?
give
or
it some
whatever?
time. Brandon Morales was the crowd control officer.
Oh, Brandon.
Roger Yan was the village eel shop owner.
Oh my God.
Nick Thune was the beardo at the bar. These are legitimate credit names.
Nick Thune is a comedian.
All right. Let's see. Chris O'Hara was John Jameson. Peggy Lou was Miss Chen. Reed Scott, you know Reed Scott, was Dr. Dan Lewis. Jenny Slate was Dr. Dora Skirth.
Okay, I know Jenny Slate.
Riz Ahmed was
Venom.
It's Venom. That's right. I knew once I got to these top ones. If I gave you Tom Hardy, Michelle Williams, or Woody Harrelson, I knew you were going to get it. So I went with Riz Ahmed. Venom is number 1 of opening day over Columbus Day, 3-day weekend, 3-day take home, $80 million. Tron Ares is only number 6, guys. Show some respect. So this movie has a tomato meter of 53% for the critics and the audience at 85. Like, I agree with both of them. Well, I don't agree with the 85, but I guess we skew more critics on this show. Thoughts on that? 53 critics, 85. I think 53 is too harsh for this film.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think there's an army of people who came out to sway the audience score. So I think this is legit, as opposed to like Snyder fanboys who jump on there and try and make all the Snyder movies have 100%.
Schneider.
Yeah, so I think that's legit. I think people probably enjoyed it. They went to the theater, they got a visual spectacle, they got a great score, they got action, and they went, yeah, that's good. They'll never talk about it again, but they enjoyed themselves.
I don't think it deserves that low of a score. I think it's a good film. I don't think it's a great film, just mainly because of just formula and story, and just this film suffers from the same thing that Tron Legacy suffered from, which is it's just absolutely, to me, it's absolutely beautiful. It looks beautiful. It sounds beautiful. There's some cool fight scenes and stuff, but you just don't care. You're just not personally invested enough. And I think, Justin, you clarified that point. You know, when we compare it to the original Tron, we related so much to the Jeff Bridges character. He was so much the Alice in Wonderland, the fish out of water, the, you know, like, holy crap, like, what's going on and how do I deal with all this stuff? And you and I talked about this, and we've talked about this on the show, that there's such a lack of stakes in these movies.
Yes.
That it never feels like anybody is ever really in any real
Peril.
danger. In my research, I was looking through YouTube to see if there were any like more clips, like if they released some other scenes or something, just so I could remind myself of the movie since it had been so long. And I one of the scenes that came up was the one of Eve on the light cycle in the real world.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's that moment where she like gets on it and then like the mask comes over. She's like, oh my God. And, you know, like you could tell she's like freaked out. And then she rides it and she's going so fast down the street, like crazy fast. And at first she does have a moment where she's kind of freaked out. And then she like kind of like eases into it almost.
Then
and
she
I'm
becomes an expert.
Yeah, I'm like, why would you be so eased into this so quickly? You should be screaming the whole time. It does like that kind of stuff where it's like there's no real like actual stakes. Like at one part of that, she's going down the alleys and they're going really, really fast. And then the other person comes around and they make like the light wall. And then she's coming towards the light wall and they like do a close up of like, I don't know, the bike somehow has like a detector like, hey, there's a danger coming up. So like it's like, you know,
My car has that.
Well, you know, it's like a safety feature. It's really good. You can get it's from Ford. Anyway, you know, and it's just like and like it just goes and you're like, okay, so there's no danger. Like, what's the danger if she doesn't have to get out of it? She just is basically a rider. She's riding it, and it's gonna do what it's gonna keep her safe, and that's great. I feel like so many of these movies are lacking the danger, and we talked about that with Tron Legacy. But the question that keeps coming up for me is why can't they get these movies off the ground? What is missing? Is it the relationships? Is it the character? Is it like the script? Like, I mean, is it all these things? I mean, I don't know. What is missing? How do we get these right? Because it looks beautiful.
It does look beautiful. And I mean, I think that's probably the problem. The short answer is they're focusing on how good it looks as opposed to getting story or anything else right. Although what I want to say, jumping in real quick, Sean, listening to you now, this is not the guy that I heard that night when we walked out of that theater. And I think we should play that now, Paul.
Okay. All right. You know what? Let's get some.
Because I'm hearing something different from you. Now, I know I'm different, but I'm hearing something different from you. And so this is making me rethink my reality.
Okay.
Take a listen. This is the night of the viewing.
All right, we're recording.
Okay, we got Paul on the phone because we forgot to do this at the movie theater, but we just saw Tron Ares.
It's 2:00 in the morning.
Paul, what did you think of the movie?
Hey, first of all, shack up. It's 1:25. We do these countdowns, then you hope for the best, right? I think the best was Dial of Destiny. The second best was Deadpool and Wolverine. This probably ties for third of all the franchises we've watched. Right there, probably with Superman. Well, I didn't think much of Frozen Empire or Rise of Skywalker, really. So, yeah. So I could have used for a more charismatic leading man, but good Lord, I love me some Trent Reznor. The score was phenomenal. It looked amazing. And the concepts it dealt with were pretty cool. I mean, the execution could have been a little more, ironically, less robotic.
Yeah.
Well stated. Well, I'm gonna give it a score out of 10. I'm gonna give it like a 7.5.
I would solid 7.5. Yes. Also, understand, I was expecting, I don't know, a 2. Remember what I said about Tron Legacy. It was the hardest watch that we've done for this thing. It's the hardest watch of anything I've watched in a long time.
So there you go.
There you go.
All right. Well, that's our little sound snippet. More to come. Justin Bowler and Paul Preston signing off.
That was a very different Sean.
I mean, I'll say this. I don't disagree completely with the 7.5. I mean, I think that's about where this probably lives for me.
I would still actually put it probably at a 7.5, in all honesty.
Yeah.
The score does a lot for it, as Paul brought up. Although, Paul, seriously, you thought this movie was better than Frozen Empire?
Yeah, Frozen Empire was better on the second viewing, but it's not great. I mean, the plots of both of these are nothing to get excited about.
I liked Frozen Empire more than I like this.
There's Dial of Destiny, there's Deadpool and Wolverine, and there's a lot tied for third.
Well, there's a lot just floating around in the pool.
Yeah.
When we started this, when I originally pitched all this countdown business to Paul back in the day, I really wanted to get ready to do something to get ready for Star Wars Episode 9, because we had lived with those movies for so long. And, by the time we got to the movie, Paul, it was like, I don't know, were we just exhausted? I don't know. I mean, it was like, I mean, I went and saw
Here we are in Episode 9.
Yeah, it was like, oh my God. I mean, it was.
I hope they all die.
There was a bunch of us that went to the theater that night. I sort of feel like I was the only one that was really super excited to see that movie. And I know a lot of people are sort of haters of the sequel trilogy, but I only bring it up because for me, it just had so much sort of personal meaning and like nostalgia. But Dial of Destiny also had a lot of personal meaning and nostalgia. But Deadpool and Wolverine, out of all of these countdowns that we've done, was by far, I think, the most satisfying of any of the movies that we watched. The three of us sat in that theater and laughed our asses off and enjoyed that movie head to toe. Am I wrong about that?
No, Deadpool and Wolverine is a phenomenal film. And on top of that, what's funny about that is that you talk about nostalgia. That entire movie is just, hey, remember this?
Yeah.
Hey, remember this? Hey, remember this? Hey, remember this? It's just they made a joke out of every single one of those,
Yes.
So there was that. But yeah, it was nostalgia all the way.
It's just interesting how great this whole experience has been because, like I said, going back to Episode 9, like, we got to this thing that I was like so excited about, and like everybody else was kind of like, all right, whatever. Deadpool and Wolverine, I didn't even know Deadpool and Wolverine. Or Deadpool. I hadn't even really watched those movies. And so getting into that it was just really, really fun. This series with Tron has been I think
Painful?
it's been a challenge for all of us on some level.
It's been a challenge, to say the least.
This is why I keep coming back to this question. It's like, why aren't these movies better? You know, I came across an interview with Lisberger. He was being interviewed by some film guy. I don't know. He was like at his house or whatever, and they were looking at old stuff from the original Tron movie. And you know, you can kind of see, like, if you get into the research of Tron, like Lisberger originally wanted this to be like a trilogy, and you know, he had ideas for other stuff, but even the original Tron wasn't completely there. And he even says, like, this was kind of an art house risky like film, you know? And so I think the original one worked because of that. And then, you know, Tron Legacy, as we said, was, you know, it was a requel. And in my opinion, that was what really hurt that movie the most. You're trying to sort of tell the same story again, only with different kind of characters that are sort of related to the other main character, but they're not really there because we can't really have them be there, you know. So we're gonna have this guy be the guy, and then this one is like completely left field in some ways because now we're just bringing the grid into the real world, and there was no sense of like understanding. Like I feel like in the original there was a lot of reference to like what the real world was versus the digital world. There was sort of a comparative that almost, I mean, it didn't completely make sense, but it made a little bit more sense. Whereas this one was like, so they have like, is that water? Is that what are these like crystal things? And there's like, and they're, I don't know where they are in time and space.
I mean, this one, there were so many problems with this. This was, first it was going to be Tron Ascension, right? Which was going to be a direct sequel to Tron Legacy, which was supposed to go into production like 2 years after Tron Legacy. And then there were script issues, which if there were script issues, and this is what we got.
Right.
Imagine what those script issues were.
Right.
And that caused the film to be delayed several years until like 2015. And then in my research, it was Tomorrowland was part of the problem that Disney said, we're stepping away from sci-fi. We got our 2 Star Wars projects coming up. Tomorrowland was a flop. We're not doing this. But I have in my notes that Jared Leto was signed on in 2016. So 1 year after that, he came aboard not only as an actor, but also as a producer. And by the way, do you know how much he got paid for this film?
No, I don't.
$16 million, which is his highest pay to date. And I mean, once again, going back to like why Jared Leto is such an asshole. He's not taking responsibility for any of this. When 16 million and you're a producer, I mean, come on.
Well, the producer thought he was worth it.
I mean, if you look at the interviews with him, he's super into Tron. I mean, at least that's the way he plays it off.
Anymore.
Yeah, maybe not anymore. But I mean, at the time, I mean, all these interviews that I came across, I mean, he was loving it.
Yeah.
He was loving everything about it. Now, he was asked to do the sequel to Tron Legacy earlier on when it was called something else, and
Tron
there
Ascension.
was and there was another character. And I guess this Ares character came up, but the story wasn't about Ares. And he had actually said to them, hey, if you ever decide to revisit this and focus on this character, I'm interested. And that's how all of that, that's when I think he got signed like a couple years later or whatever. And that's when all that started happening.
There were problems with it later because it was, I mean, there were problems for everything because it was the WGA strike and the SAG strike.
Right.
Where it was yanked off the shelf, or rather put on the shelf, and then slowly after, you know, it went back into production. But I mean, 15, 16, whatever it was.
Right.
It was a lot of money. And it was like, really? Him? This was also kind of interesting. First film not to feature Bruce Boxleitner.
Yeah.
As Tron. However, I don't know. There wasn't as much of a backlash as Cindy Morgan not being in it.
That speaks to the whole disconnective tissue of this film. We're using the name Tron because we have light cycles and we have light suits.
Yeah.
But Tron means nothing. Tron meant something in the original movie. That's
exactly.
the character.
That's a great point.
You know?
Where is that character? He's nowhere to be seen.
You know, Tron Ares means, I mean, really, you could have just gotten rid of Tron and just called this movie Ares. You know, and just said it's a sequel to Tron, but it's not a direct sequel, because I would have actually preferred that in some ways, because then at least I can forgive all of the stuff that they just completely decided to ignore. Because you're right, they threw away Tron and they threw away Alan, right? So now there's no mention of him either, except does he get mentioned in the montage? I can't remember.
I don't recall that. No. I don't recall, Paul.
I don't think so. They threw a lot at us. I don't think they did.
Yeah, it came at us pretty quick.
Crazy stuff. In terms of production, though, the director really wanted to get as much practical in camera, which I thought is kind of cool. And they built those light cycle things, and you know they did a lot of stuff as much as they could, in camera. However, over 2,000 VFX shots.
Wow.
I mean,
It looks it. I mean,
yeah, and they did a great job.
it's on the screen.
What's crazy though is when you go back and you watch behind the scenes for sorry to keep bringing up Star Wars, but it's my wheelhouse. You go back and you hear the behind the scenes of those Star Wars, and they're like, oh my God, we have 800 VFX shots. I mean, nobody's ever done anything like that. And you hear now the 2,000. What are we doing, guys? It's just so much. It's so. Somebody was talking about. I was watching something on YouTube about. There's so much VFX work that's being done now in just movies in general. It's not even just sci-fi movies. I mean, and I do think that that's true. This film I'm working on, we had a couple of things we wanted to maybe do some work on some of the actors, like faces and things like that, just to kind of clean some things up or whatever. We were talking about that, and I'm like, talking to the director, I'm like, look, if we go down this path, these are visual effects, and that's what that's going to become. And it's it's a dialogue piece, it's a acting piece, it's a story piece, and I'm like, do we need that, and so we ultimately didn't do it, and then probably don't have the budget to do it anyway, but I'm sure they could find the money if they needed it. But at the end of the day, there's so much visual effects being done. It is crazy now. I think it's crazy how much is being done.
Yeah, you can just take a picture of a house and then make it look however you want it to look later.
Yeah.
We didn't have that round window above the door. We'll add it later. We didn't have the lights leading along the sidewalk. We'll put it in later. It was raining, but we'll clear that up later. It's like they could do anything.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And then they'll spend that money, and they shouldn't.
I mean, on top of that, there's also, the question of if you get deleted in Tron, are you really deleted, or are you just in the recycle bin or like the cloud?
Whoa.
I mean, that is deep. Recycle bin.
Which means they can just pull you out of this recycle bin at any point, right? I mean, there's no death there. I mean, once again, go back to no danger. Someone dies, check the recycle bin.
Unless you hit empty trash.
That's true. So if you get deleted and then someone's like, empty trash, which I've never once heard someone say that. So
no
danger.
Yeah.
Everybody still alive. Everyone. Jeff Bridges still there. All there.
True. I've actually, to your point though, I never felt the great fear of AI that I thought the trailer promised. And the trailer was also weird in that it didn't represent the material correctly because they used that Carl Sagan quote about the people who come to our world.
Yes.
But from the stars, but they're not from the stars.
They're not from the
computer.
stars.
So it was a bad ad.
And on top of that, we could just lock them out every 90 days if they don't change their password. So there's that. It's really quite easy to stop these people.
Your Tron Ares is a short.
Yeah. Right?
I saw one review that said, I thought this was a great line, it's not actively offensive. Which is true. To me, it's just kind of lame. It's kind of there, hey, they made a movie. But, there's nothing to get excited about.
I mean, I like the idea. This one plot summary says focuses on blurring the lines between the digital and real worlds.
Yeah.
Centering on a highly advanced program's journey to gain permanence in the human world. That's not a bad log line.
We were ragging on it a lot. There are some things I think they did get right.
Aside from the visual effects, which were great, and the score.
I mean, how do we take this franchise and make it right? Okay, let's bring Tron into the real world. Now, granted, we didn't. We brought in someone else. We brought in Ares. But okay, all right. So we bring it into the real world, and smart because, they end up, not, although they did have the biggest budget of any of the Tron movies, apparently they didn't go over budget on it because they kept to, practical as opposed to, everything being in front of a green screen the entire time.
I don't think that saves you money all the time. I mean, no, I don't. Because, building those things practically, it's a lot. And a lot of times what ends up happening is it's combination.
Well, it was definitely a combination.
Right. So you end up, you're still doing visual effects, but you're just doing, okay, now I don't have to do the lights on the light cycle that are actually on the cycle, but I still got to do the laser comes out of the back, and I got to do the, I got to take out all this other stuff that's actually keeping the bike up because it's weighted different, whatever it is, right? So
yeah. I did like that the opening credits were a continuation of the ending credits from Tron Legacy. That was kind of cool,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That was neat.
See, these are things we're only experiencing because of the rewatches. But someone who saw Tron Legacy will not bridge that gap.
Oh, you're 100% correct. It's never going to get that. Never going to get. There were other things too. It was just like some of the characters wearing like Daft Punk shirts at one point, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I get that. And also, I do distinctly remember that there were, at one point, when they go back to the grid, they're going through whatever the water is, and the water wasn't like droplets or circles. They were tiny squares. Like, I remember seeing that and going, that's cool. You're pixelated. Like, okay. Because clearly they have the technology. They could have done it the other way, but I was like, all right. And then I think there were even like some lens flares or something that, once again, were also pixelated. The visual effects stuff was the star, just like with Tron Legacy. They had some, because they had, a designer who was their director at the time.
I'm not going to lie. I actually kind of wanted to see this again.
You're alone in that.
Okay. But I kind of wanted to see it again. First of all, because we saw it in 3D, I kind of wanted to experience it in 2D just to see the images differently. And I kind of wanted to see it again just because I knew that it was beautiful. It is beautifully done.
I agree.
All three of these movies are visually stunning masterpieces in terms of the visuals.
Right.
They don't all hit the mark, obviously, in terms of story and character development and all that stuff. But really, the star is the visuals.
You can't discount the score because the score, once again, the score is, Paul speaks to that. Listen to his enthusiasm. Paul, play the clip.
I think As Alive as You Need Me to Be should be nominated for Best Original Song at the Oscars. It sets a tone. It sets a world. Great. It's got a vibe that just is perfect.
Yeah. And I would love to see that all performed with, like, that guy coming out on the stage and, like, having you could totally have, like, all those outfits and all those guys. You could do a whole thing with the dance. It would be so good, man. It would be so good.
In my research, and this is not even it is a fun fact, but I'm not listing it as a fun fact, that Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross were both in the film. I didn't know this until later. They were they were F-35 pilots.
Yes.
Which I thought was very cool.
I saw that.
Yeah. Are we ready for fun facts? Or are we still
let's
discussing?
get some fun facts. I'm good, man.
Are we ready to jump into fun facts?
Yeah.
Paul?
Go ahead.
You ready?
Do it.
All right. This is fun facts
about
for
Tron.
Aries.
Tron.
Tron.
God, that was terrible.
We are a well-oiled machine. All right. The real-world motorcycles used in this movie are Ducati, which was also the same make as the bike ridden by Sam Flynn in Tron Legacy.
Okay, I'm confused because somewhere in my research, I thought I read that they were Harley Davidsons. Thought I read that.
They don't look like Harley Davidsons at all to me.
No, I mean just like reworked or something. Anyway, maybe I.
Well, there's your $170 million budget. Ducati. Good lord.
Yeah, exactly.
That's interesting. That is a fun
fact
about Tron Aries.
The ringtone on Seth's phone is the Solar Sailor theme from 1982. I totally missed that, and I feel like I would have noticed.
Oh my God, I love that. Oh my
Isn't
God,
that
I
cool?
love that. That's awesome.
Yeah. During a car chase scene with the light cycles, a bus is involved, and the destination shown in the destination box of the bus reads Mead Mobius. Sid Mead and Mobius were two main visual designers for the original Tron.
Oh.
Come on. Fun facts about Tron
Aries
buses. Another one about light cycles. This I thought was cool. During the light cycle chase through the city, the camera pauses on a storefront for Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Enterprise Rent-A-Car is the presenting sponsor for the Tron light cycle run at Walt Disney World.
Yeah, they paid for it. Here you go.
Yeah. Isn't that? I think that's cool.
I mean, I think that product placement can be a fun
fact about
Tron
Tron Ares.
Probably didn't want to bring up the budget again, so they went with Enterprise.
You know, it does raise a question. When you crash your Tron light cycle, does your car insurance go up, or are you billed for more data usage?
Now, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
It depends on your carrier.
Yeah, I guess, right? Okay, this was my final and favorite one, just because Jared Leto just seems to be like such a dick. Jared, if you'd like to come on the show, we'd love to have you on the podcast.
Yeah. I think when you're called a dick is the best time to ask.
Yeah, that's always nice.
Hey, Gareth is going to come on at some point. All right, so Jared Leto.
He's too busy making Tesla King or whatever.
Tesla King. Jared Leto spent the entire shoot in character as Ares, just like he did with Joker, of course, not speaking to anyone unless it was necessary and having everyone refer to him as Ares. Jeff Bridges was the only one who didn't follow this rule, reasoning that since his character, Kevin Flynn, is the creator of the grid, he therefore was above Ares and could call him whatever the he wanted.
I've heard this. Yeah.
Which is so Jeff Bridges to be like, hey, go. Come on. That was a fun fact about Tron Ares.
See, but that's the problem with Leto's performance, is he uses his method to be robotic, and how does his performance come off? Robotic.
100%
And unfortunately, I think the
robotic.
whole production followed suit.
Once again, I go back to he was awful as the Joker and got angry at fans when they said that they wasn't very good. And he's, terrible in this, and he's angry about
He's
it.
a dick. Come on the show.
Yeah, you're a dick, Jared. Come on the show.
It's rough. I have to say, I don't know that I share that I thought that he was terrible in this. I don't know what the direction was for this character.
It wasn't faster and more intense, I can tell you that.
Well, that is for sure. I do agree with that. But, he's essentially playing a program that is supposed to do what it's told. So I guess there's an argument for he could have explored the idea that as the movie progresses, he's trying to be more human, and therefore he actually becomes more human, and we could see a little bit more emotion. That would have been a nice direction.
That would have been a nice direction. But also I'm going to say, Sean, you can do that and still be charming. I go back to Jeff Bridges, Starman. He is completely foreign, and he is very robotic in his performance, but he is interested and charming at the same time. He's, wondrously curious and charming throughout that entire film.
That's an interesting note. I would have loved to have seen him be more curious. I didn't find that character curious enough to want to come into this world and be here. He wanted to be here.
That's a great point.
Right?
Yes, it is. Why would he want to be here?
Yeah,
because his turning point is what? When Eve doesn't kill him, right? Or doesn't kill the other. There's someone that Eve doesn't kill, and he's like, "Oh, wow, you show humanity." Or rather, you didn't follow your program. You made a choice to save someone.
Right.
That was cool. Maybe you're not so bad. Maybe I want to live in this world. Like that was the only moment where you're kind of interested in him. I don't know.
Yeah.
Paul. You can tell Paul is interested in the conversation when he starts getting further and further away from it.
I just heard myself
on something
breathing
in the
because
back.
I have a cold. I just felt myself go.
He's like, I'm good, guys. I'm good. I'm pretty much shared everything.
Trying to lean away. You're calling
Should
me
we
out.
rank these things? Do we need to?
Well, I mean, I think we're all on well, maybe not. Okay. Paul, rank
Maybe
'em.
not. Paul, rank it. Go. Ranking of ass.
Unfortunately, the original Tron was stuck in the 80s, but for the charm factor you're talking about and the original wow factor of the new ideas brought to the screen, that's number one. Oh boy.
Then it becomes a really difficult.
Oh God, there's 3 movies. We had to rank Superman. We couldn't even remember the
We had, like,
names of them
7
all.
of
We were
them.
like, there's Superman. I don't know what happens after that.
I don't know, probably this one because of the pre-show light show, and then the legacy is there.
Because of the movie.
I don't think
experience.
you can't include the light show as part of the reason
You
why
can't.
you.
No.
We gotta. That's gotta be separate.
Then, yeah, perhaps this one because of its lack of bad CGI faces. And
Okay.
then that sinks Legacy down to number 3.
Yeah.
All right. Justin?
This is easy for me. The original Tron, and then I'll choose this one. I'll stand by my, 7.5 out of 10. I'll stand by that. Don't think too hard about this movie. Going back to Taken. Don't think too hard about it. Just go and enjoy. It's a guy going after trying to save his child, and it's Liam Neeson at 65 beating up 30-year-olds, and whatever. It's fun. It's a hell of a lot of fun, and there are parts to this movie that are a lot of fun, and it's visually beautiful. So no, I stand by the 7.5, and I stand by my Tron legacy of a 2.
Wow.
Yes, it is a terrible film. It is an awful, 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 horrible film. And director, if you'd like to come on the show.
Joseph Kaczynski, please come on the show.
My God, help us. Oh, my God.
Director.
Nothing like
Didn't
showing
even know the man's name.
ultimate respect. Okay.
I haven't seen F1 yet, but I hear great things, and I'm looking forward to it.
That's great.
When it's free.
My ranking is I love the original Tron movie. I actually do think it's amazing, and I love that movie. So that's number 1 for me. Number 2 is Tron Legacy. I still think that's a great movie, even though there are a lot of things I don't love about it. There's a lot of things I do love about it, not the least of which is at least they continued the storyline into that movie. And so that leaves Tron Ares, of course, as number 3.
I got to stop you right there. So Tron Legacy then is an 8?
Let's say it's a 7.75.
It blows my mind that 9.5 movie you would rather watch again than this one.
I think for me, some of what I love about Tron Legacy is the nostalgia. There's a lot of nostalgia in that film. This film is not nostalgic, really. The designs of the ships and things like that, we see that, okay, there's sort of a continuity, but I don't feel like there's nostalgia necessarily in this film. I feel like there's a ton of nostalgia in Tron Legacy, and for that reason, that movie does rank higher for me, just because I do like the overall storyline. I like the idea. They didn't nail it. I do stand by that. Maybe I might give that movie more of an 8. Again, the nostalgia of that movie. I mean, you can't. Oh my God. I mean, that's not true, but
Justin held up a sign that said Sean is drunk. I have to share that with everyone because we are not together recording this because I have a cold.
I figured maybe
and
we
this
could
is what
do
happens when Sean doesn't have to drive home from anywhere. He does the show hammered, and we get takes like this.
actually, I do have to drive home. I'm at my office, so I do have to drive
okay.
home.
The next time we do this virtually, and we're going to have all 3 of us like this, I am going to sew Richard Dawson this thing. You're going to see so many cue cards coming out.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway, there you go. That's it. That's my
Richard
ranking.
Dawson was a show host, kids. Look it up.
He was, you know him from Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
And slobbering on women as he introduces them on Family Feud.
I can't believe you like this more. You like Legacy more than this. This is I really dislike Jared Leto, and nothing is worse than Legacy. Once again, Gareth, if you would love to come on the show, we would love to have you.
Look, I still think storyline-wise, this movie falls apart. I don't like the whole MacGuffin thing. Tron Legacy, is it that exciting that, like, okay, he gets in and he's got to find his dad and then he's got to get out? Oh, I don't know. Okay. It feels more personal than just this, like, okay, we got to get this code. And then once we get the code, then everybody can be real for as long as they want to be real. Okay, so then Pinocchio takes the pill so he can be a real boy. I mean, that's basically it. Right?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So Tron is Alice in Wonderland. Tron Legacy, I don't know what the comparative is.
Some kind of Matrix thing in there too.
Matrix thing. And then this one's Pinocchio.
Should we do a quiz?
Yeah.
All right.
Hit me with a quiz. Hit me with
All
your
right,
best
so-
shot.
Boom. We've talked about a lot of directors on this show. So this quiz I call Almost Directed By.
Oh.
Each question lists a film and 4 possible directors.
Okay.
I want you to choose the person who was originally attached but did not end up directing. So this is not the actual. You're going for the person who was originally attached but was not, but did not end up doing it.
And this is a quiz you just wanted to do and has nothing to do with Tron.
Well, yeah. It's we've done a lot of quizzes about Tron, and I don't know how entertaining they were, Paul. So sometimes you got to branch out.
I didn't listen to the Tron Legacy episode that we did, so yeah, maybe you're probably right.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was brilliant.
I preface this by saying we talk about directors, so it's a quiz about directors.
Go for it.
I mean, there's definitely continuity there.
I made the segue. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm going to write something down about you and hold up a card.
Are you talking about me or talking about him?
I'm talking about him. All right, here we go. Spider-Man 2002, directed by
Sam Raimi.
Sam Raimi, obviously.
Got it right. Boom.
No, you are going to tell me. You have to choose who did not direct this film but was originally attached.
Oh.
Was it A, James Cameron, B, Roland Emmerich, C, Robert Zemeckis, or D, Sean's mom?
A, James Cameron.
Correct.
Although my mom
That
was
is
up for
correct.
it. My mom was up for it. She was awesome.
Do you know why?
Because she makes Italian cookies. And everybody
No,
loves
not your
Italian.
mom. Do you know why James Cameron didn't do it?
Because he was working on Avatar.
He wanted Jim Carrey, I heard.
He had a very different take on the film. He wanted it to be rated R.
Oh.
Imagine what the web shooters would have been.
Hey, now.
They do ask that question in Spider-Man.
That's
Is
right.
that the only place your
Yeah. Is that
the
only place
webbing
you
comes
shoot
out
web
of? Yes! Yes, that's the only place.
I'm uncomfortable talking about this now. I did love that film.
Such a
and it
great
made me
movie.
like Tobey Maguire again. Made me miss him. All right, number 2, Batman, 1989, directed by
Tim Burton. I
Who
got it
was
again.
original-
Boom!
Sean's on a roll. For not understanding this, he is very much on a roll. Who was originally attached? A, Ivan Reitman, B, Richard Donner, C, John McTiernan, or D, Alan Smithy? Ivan Reitman?
Yeah, I'm going to go
Ivan
with that.
Reitman, Richard Donner, John McTiernan, Alan Smithy.
I'm going to go with Ivan Reitman.
I will go with Richard Donner because that seems like something.
Oh,
the studio
damn
would
it.
Go, hey, he made Superman, so he can make Batman.
I think you're right.
I think a John McTiernan or a Richard Donner would have been very interesting, but it was actually Ivan Reitman.
Oh,
and he
boom!
wanted to do a comedic version starring Bill Murray as Batman.
So glad
Are
that didn't
you
happen.
kidding me?
I am very glad that didn't happen.
We need to swing.
God,
we needed
that
to
would've
swing
been-
away from the '60s and
Yeah.
have what we have now.
Yeah, exactly. Can you, I don't see a world where that would have been a good idea.
Some of that comes up on my feed every once in a while, like old like Batman clips from the 60s, and I'm just like, you watch them and you're like, I remember loving this as a kid. Why did
I bought the Blu-ray when they released it a couple of years ago. I actually got it as a gift for my wife, and I would like to go back and rewatch them all. I think I watched like half of the first season, but I think I'd like to go back and rewatch.
Did you
all of
watch the
them.
movie?
Oh yeah. Oh, I own the movie. Yeah,
That-
the movie
that
is something.
sequence with the shark is
Oh my God.
just,
Shark
it is-
repellent spray?
it is
It's the
just
greatest.
The greatest.
It's the greatest.
It's like what?
Greatest ever.
What are we doing?
All right. Number 3, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Who was directed by
Chris Columbus.
Sean? You are out of the park for what this quiz is not about.
Come on, yeah.
Who was originally attached?
Wait,
Steven
that stars
Spielberg?
Daniel Radcliffe. Do I get a point
You get a point.
for not what it's about?
Who was originally attached? Steven Spielberg, Ron Howard, Tim Burton, or the Sorting Hat? Because he had a great vision for lighting. I don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna say
Steven Spielberg, Ron
Tim
Howard.
Burton just because I would have loved to have seen that, but
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Steven Spielberg.
wow.
Two
That makes
reasons.
sense,
One,
too.
he wanted to make it animated, and two, he said he just didn't think it was a very challenging film. So he turned it down.
I mean, truth be told, yeah. I mean, he's told those stories. You know,
Yeah,
those.
he has.
You know, I mean, because Harry Potter is really such a coming of age story, and he's done that.
Yeah. Number 4, Apocalypse Now. Sean, directed by?
What's his name? You know, that
There
guy.
you go. Yep.
I can't remember.
Okay.
Francis
No point
Ford
for you
Coppola.
on this one.
Oh yeah, Francis Ford Coppola. He has a
Okay.
wine.
Yeah. All right. Apocalypse Now. Who was originally attached? George Lucas, Brian De Palma, Oliver Stone, or Tommy Wiseau? I honestly wish I would like to see a Tommy Wiseau version of Apocalypse Now.
Oh, it's George Lucas.
Brian De
Love
Palma.
the smell of napalm in the morning. Oh, hi, Mark. George Lucas is
He had
correct.
a whole pre-production thing.
Yeah. He wanted to shoot the entire thing handheld.
Oh,
Yeah. But he ended up making Star Wars instead.
I mean, I feel like that was the right choice.
Yeah.
And he ended up kind of making Apocalypse Now, too. Because,
There was a sequel.
back in the days, like, no, as well. But back in the day, Lucas couldn't make American Graffiti. Coppola says, I got Godfather money, and I'll help you make it.
Yeah.
And Coppola couldn't make Apocalypse Now. Lucas says, I got Star Wars money, and I'll help you make it. So some of the most brilliant movies of all time were because the guys who made them were friends. No thanks to the studios.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're bad.
100%.
That is very true. That is very true.
You know what, though? I would also like to see a list of movies that were made that were like that were just terrible, where it's like, yeah, I asked my friend for a bunch of money, and yeah, that was a terrible idea.
Coppola didn't do that because he's selling his land and his jewelry to pay himself back for Megalopolis. So
For Megalopolis.
What did you guys think about that movie?
I didn't see it.
I
Paul?
saw it, and I don't know if I should have. I don't think it was made for me or anybody else, for that matter, except him. And he
It was
gets
made
it,
for
and he
him.
watched it, and it meant something to him. But I was
good
I
for
was
him.
lost. Yeah,
It was a most expensive, self-endearing project.
There was something like interesting, like artsy about it, but at the same token, you're like, man, this is really for you.
Yeah.
This is really
Self-indulgent.
and also like sort of felt like someone who was older trying to sort of say, I get what young people are going through, and
Oh.
not really eloquently saying that, like kind of like it would be kind of like a really like an older person who's never heard rap trying to write a rap song. Like that was the feeling almost. I don't know.
Bobby Boris Pickett.
There it is. The funniest is earlier today, Justin and I had a quick conversation about some other things, but then we were chatting about this podcast, and I was like, man, I don't feel like I have a lot to say. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Guys, we're an hour and 35 minutes in.
Yes, we are. Number 5, Jurassic Park, 1993, directed by Sean.
Steven Spielberg.
Yes, sir. Yes. Who was originally attached? A, Tim Burton, B, James Cameron, C, Joe Johnston, or D, Paul Lynde? The dinosaurs.
I'm going to say Joe Johnston.
James Cameron.
Tim Burton.
What?
He was approached early, but he was already making Batman Returns and said no. Said no, thank you.
We
Yeah,
sucked
that would have
at
been
that
very
one.
different. Wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Number 6, Lord of the Rings, 2001. Who was directed by Sean?
Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson. Who was originally connected to it? A, John Boorman, B, Ridley Scott, C, Sam Raimi, or D, Gandalf. However, union rules wouldn't allow it.
Wait, what are the choices again?
John Boorman, Ridley Scott, or Sam Raimi?
Sam Raimi.
John Boorman.
It was John Boorman.
Yeah, I
He
think I've heard
had
that.
a 1970 script, but it was too expensive, and it condensed all 3 books into one film. Instead, we got Peter Jackson doing all 3 films, which his cut is 12 hours long.
Yeah.
So it's crazy that they said no to John Boorman.
That is crazy.
1994, Interview with a Vampire. Directed by Sean? Paul?
Neil Jordan. Sean.
Neil Jordan.
That is correct.
Oh, thank God.
Who was originally attached to it? Was it A, Ridley Scott, B, Mike Nichols, C, Tony Scott, or D, Count Chocula?
Tony Scott.
He had a
I'm going to say Tony Scott, too. It seems like he went, well, he made another vampire movie in The Hunger, so he could make this.
It was actually Ridley Scott.
Oh, boy, I'm underestimating the dumb choices.
He ended up going to 1942, Conquest of Paradise, instead of doing that. Number 8, Thor.
Did you say 1942?
Nope, 1492.
Oh, I think you said 1942.
I probably did. Thor, 2011. Did I say 2011 or 2000?
You said 2011. I don't even think
Thor,
you're drinking tonight,
2011.
Justin. Are you? I don't think you're
I
drinking.
know.
Thor, Conquest of
Oh.
Paradise. Got it.
Conquest of Paradise. Yep, Thor, 2011, Conquest of Paradise. Originally directed by Sean.
Thor?
Yes.
Directed by, Kenneth Branagh.
Yes. Was it A, who did not direct but was originally attached? A, Guillermo del Toro. B, John Favreau. C, Patty Jenkins. Or D, Moon Unit Zappa.
What the? I mean, Paul just held up something that said, Justin is drunk. What was the first one again?
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that, even though I don't think that's right, but that would have been really interesting.
I think it's Patty Jenkins. I don't think they get a director quite like Del Toro. You know, they let Edgar Wright go. Somehow they let Sam Raimi make a Doctor Strange movie, but I think back then they were going with someone without a particular visual style to fit into the mold of don't bring something crazy. We're trying to homogenize all these movies into a big MCU. So I go with Patty Jenkins.
I like your reasoning. but
I've
it is
described
wrong.
it way too much for it to be true.
It is wrong. No, I love your reasoning, but it is wrong. It was actually Guillermo del Toro,
Oh, wow.
and he left to focus on The Hobbit, which we know how that turned out. Number 9, and this is going way back. 1977, The Spy Who Loved Me. Sean, who directed it?
Sir Adam Johnson.
Sure.
I have
don't
no
even know.
idea.
I don't know who directed it.
You led with Sir, and you picked like the most generic name ever to follow.
that's
Yeah,
right.
It should have been Reginald Witherite.
Sir Reginald
Yeah,
Hemingway.
Witherite.
All right.
Guy Hamilton?
This-
Is that a Guy Hamilton movie?
Was it A, Steven Spielberg, B, John Glenn, C, Lewis Gilbert, or D, Alada Vagina?
Steven Spielberg.
I'm going to go with Spielberg too, but I thought Guy Hamilton directed that.
I
Spy Who
don't
Loved Me?
know.
Oh, you don't have the
directed.
answers? Oh, okay.
He doesn't have the
That was
answer.
the game
He doesn't
within
have
the
the
game.
answer who actually directed it, but he's going to give me crap for not knowing.
I actually do have the answers.
That's the game within the game I thought we were playing.
Spy Lewis Gilbert
Oh, it is
was the one who actually directed it.
Lewis Gilbert, wasn't that the lead guy in Revenge of the Nerds?
Yes.
That's the names of the two guys
Lewis Gilbert.
put together.
You're right. It was
Lewis
Lewis
and
and Gilbert.
You so didn't know who directed this. You put Lewis Gilbert as a possible answer for this game. Before Lewis Gilbert directed it, did you know Lewis Gilbert?
I can't believe I put him as an answer when he's actually directed it. Paul is holding up another card which says Justin is drunk. Paul is really out Richard Dawsoning me right now.
Oh my god.
Steven Spielberg was originally attached, but the producers thought he wasn't established enough. He has long said he has wanted to do a Bond film.
Yeah,
but
that's
it's
why
just-
they
it's
did
never
Indiana
materialized.
Jones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Number 10, Dune. Sean, who directed Dune in 1984?
Oh god, I don't know that one.
David Lynch. You almost gave it away.
David Lynch. Yeah, David Lynch. I did almost give it away by saying David. Okay, who was originally directed for this? Was it Alejandro Jodorowsky, Ridley Scott, John Carpenter, or the Zucker brothers?
It's the guy you're having trouble with. Because why would you put a guy's name in there if you don't know how to pronounce?
I did Lewis
Jodorowsky.
Gilbert.
I'm going with John
Alejandro
Carpenter.
Jodorowsky. They made a
Here's the
documentary
thing.
about his Dune that was never made.
That was never made, which was going to be something like 14 hours. It was insane. However, I'll be honest. I want to see the Zucker brothers version of Dune.
I mean, I bet it's going to be good.
Yes, it was Alejandro Jodorowsky. Number 12, Doctor Strange from 2016. Originally directed by Sean.
Sam Raimi.
Scott Derrickson.
Scott Derrickson.
Yes. A, Guillermo del Toro. B, Edgar Wright. C, James Gunn. Or D, Fozzie Bear.
Who's the first one?
Guillermo del Toro.
Because Edgar Wright was set for Ant-Man.
James Gunn.
Del Toro, I don't think they come around to him. So I'll say, wait a minute. Was this before? They wouldn't put him there after. I'm going to go Del Toro.
I like your reasoning. Sean?
James Gunn.
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
And he left to make Pacific Rim.
Oh, that is a cool movie, actually. Just me? Okay.
Yeah, just you. All right. Number 11, The Matrix, 1999. Sean, who originally directed
The Wachowski sisters.
the Wachowskis. I mean, they were the Wachowski brothers back then.
At the time, yes.
Yes. Was it A, James Cameron, B, Michael Bay, C, Catherine Bigelow, or D, Windows 95, but it crashed during pre-production?
That's a good one.
Thank you.
I'm going to guess Catherine Bigelow. Because she made Strange Days, and that kind of has a similar vibe.
I can never argue with your logic. I really can't. Like, I appreciate your logic on all these, Sean.
What were the choices again? I was laughing
James
at your
Cameron,
Windows
Michael
joke.
Bay, James Cameron, Michael Bay, Catherine Bigelow.
I'm going to go Michael Bay.
James Cameron. And then he said he was, quote, done with cyberpunk after Terminator 2 and walked away.
Huh.
Yeah, he stuck
Oh,
with
that
it.
was my last one. And that was
Fun.
quiz.
almost directed by
Tron!
Chris.
Non-related to Tron quiz.
It was you. Did you want me to do another? I'm gonna. All right, give me 10 minutes. I'm coming up with another Tron quiz, which you're gonna hate, and won't be funny. It's just every D answer is gonna be because Jared Leto is a dick or Gareth can't act. But if either of you would like to come on the podcast, we would love to have you.
Who was
Guys.
originally supposed to direct Ghostbusters? It was somebody named Billy Ray, or that's
Cyrus.
Or Billy Ray or Ivan Reitman.
Or sorry, that's Bill Murray's first name and Ray Stan's first name. I put them together and I made a fake name.
Lewis Gilbert. That's funny. Come on. Can't believe I put him in the answers. All right, what's coming up next, guys?
Well,
we've covered Tron.
Next, we've
Right?
got Avatar, right, Paul?
Yep.
All right.
Get ready for 9 hours of fun.
Yeah. Now,
I'm not going to lie. I'm actually excited about these, and here's why. The first Avatar movie, I mean, we've talked a little bit about it. It's Dances with Wolves in Space, and I thought it was a lovely film. So I'm looking forward to seeing that again, and I'm looking forward to diving into some of the behind the scenes again. I know they built and created and explored a bunch of technology for that film and the subsequent one. So I'm excited about that. I did not see the second Avatar at all. So
neither have I.
Yeah. Oh, you never saw it either. So I'm looking
Never
never
seen
saw
Light
it?
of Water. No, I haven't seen Light of Water.
Yeah, I've never seen the second one. So yeah,
We have talked about this crazy phenomenon, Paul, and I know there are people out there who love it, like I really do, and there are going to be some cool posts that I'm going to show, like of those people and how much they love it, and how there is there was literally a syndrome that was created for these people of like people who felt bad after seeing the Tron Weight of Water that they weren't there in that world anymore.
you mean the Avatar way of
Avatar,
water?
yeah, you mean
yeah.
that.
But the Tron way
Yeah.
of water is totally different because it's just pixels.
They're tiny little pixels.
It's 2 seconds. Or it's a computer going because
Right.
you spilled on it.
I can't
But,
drink this. I have to chew it every time.
I have to chew my water. It's horrible, and it still hurts going down. But I mean, no, and like Sean has said previously, they're fine. Am I obsessed with this world? I just don't get it. But I also don't attend furry conventions, so there's that.
But I will ask you this, because I wasn't a Harry Potter person. I didn't read the books.
That's on you. They're great.
Yeah, that's fine. But I didn't read the books, and it wasn't something I really cared about. And I remember seeing the first movie and going, okay. And because I didn't read the book, it just didn't resonate with me. So then as the subsequent movies came out, I was like, okay, let me watch one or two of these. And I was like, whatever. And then, but I saw that the universe was like thrilled about Harry Potter. And the fans were going crazy. And I had friends that loved Harry Potter. And I could see that this was like the Star Wars for a lot of people, right? So I watched the Harry Potter films during the pandemic. I finally got through all of them because I didn't know how it all progressed. I mean, I knew the basics of the story, but I didn't know how it all progressed. And now I'm a huge fan of it in terms of like, I love the movies. I think they're beautiful. I'm really bummed actually they're rebooting this whole thing. But I only bring that up because I wonder if this is going to be like that for me. Am I going to watch these Avatar movies and feel something a little bit more connected once we get through these? And, you know, am I going to be a huge fan by the end of this? I kind of hope I will be, because I really love watching the Harry Potter films, especially now that I understand the progression. And of course, as he grows up, in some ways, so do the books, so do the stories, of course, becomes much more mature and much more dark and stuff. So for me, the entrance for Harry Potter was Order of the Phoenix. That was the movie I went, oh, this is cool. I like this. Yeah. So anyway, but I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it'll be kind of like that, where I'm like, oh, I didn't know it was this great. I love it.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to this journey because, one, I've not seen the second one at all, and so, you know, I'll rewatch the first, and I do remember liking the first. I just didn't understand why people loved it so much. I get why it made so much money, because when you have a 50% inflated ticket price, you're going to score much higher right off the bat. So,
but I mean, I don't think, does that really account for how high the numbers are? Because the numbers are really, like, I don't understand how the numbers are so high, and then on top of it, it's like theme park stuff and, like, you know, this all of this other like tie-in stuff where I'm like, wait a second, because I've brought this up on the show. I asked my kids, like, do people at your school talk about Avatar? And they're like, Dad, no, nobody talks about Avatar. So I'm like, well, there must be some generation that is loving this. But I mean, I don't know that it's us. Maybe it's the millennials. Maybe it's that generation that loves it. I don't know. We got all the way through all the Tron movies. I'm excited that we did this. I know that you guys did not love Tron Legacy, but I'm excited that we did this, because I really do love the idea of Tron. I wish all of the movies were better than they actually are, but I am happy that, I'll be honest, I'm happy that they were all made, because it's fun. And, you know, going to see Tron Ares at El Capitan with you guys was an incredible blast. So thank you for that. It was really, really awesome. And as we mentioned, up next is Avatar. What is it, Paul? Avatar Fire and
Ash. So we have Avatar War, which explores the planet of Pandora, and then The Way of Water dives into the water world that's on Pandora, which is no surprise. Cameron just loves going in the water with every other movie he makes these days. And then now Fire and Ash, I assume there'll be these volcanic groups and tribes on the planet as well. The interesting thing is, it was a 13-year wait between Avatar and The Way of Water. This is only going to be like 4 years. So I expect the box office to be really big. If it made $2 billion in a 13-year wait, when people had plenty of time to forget what Avatar was, and in the event that the movie can be, I think with it just happening again recently and a recency bias, it should do pretty well. I'm expecting it. No surprise that the IMAX and the 3D and all that help with the box office.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And rumor is there will be an Avengers Doomsday trailer accompanying Avatar Fire and Ash when it opens in December.
I mean,
I didn't hear that, but good tip.
With Disney having the monopoly that it does, it's not surprising that we're getting that stuff. I mean, you know, okay, we're going to release that and we're going to show this, and why not? You got your audience right there that wants to see it. So, yeah, that makes perfect sense. All right, well, you can find us on all the socials, and if you're having a hard time finding us there, you can go to the countdownmovieshow.com or countdownmovieshow.com. Either one will take you to our YouTube channel. Once again, I'm Sean Blodgett of Creative Motion Entertainment.
I'm Paul Preston of the Movie Guys.
And I'm Justin Bowler of The World.
All right, I guess this is end of line.